Welcome to yet another session of adjectives. In previous session we have done adjectives and its kinds. Moving to next topic, we will do degrees of adjectives today. Before explaining degrees of adjective, let's have a quick recap of what adjective is. An adjective is a word which describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. Adjective adds meaning or description to the noun or a pronoun. For example, when I say room, shirt, tea, these are the nouns that are being mentioned here. When I add adjective to it, it is adding more meaning to the noun, like huge, white, hot are the adjectives specified here. And the meaning with this, more meaning, more clarification, more description is added to the noun, like huge, room, white, shirt, hot, tea. Moving on to degrees of adjectives. An adjective of quality changes its form. Let me read again. The adjective of quality. The adjective of quality changes its form when it is used to compare one noun with another. It is called degree of comparison. When we are making the comparison between two nouns or more than two nouns, it is called degree of comparison. Imagine you all have air conditioners at home, right? Imagine changing the temperature on your air conditioner. The air conditioner has different degrees of temperature you can select. Adjectives have different degrees as well. The 3 degrees of adjective are positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Besides these 3 degrees, we will be studying irregular degree too. Now read the sentences given here. Ram's mango is sweet. Hari's mango is sweeter than Ram's. Govind's mango is the sweetest of all. In sentence 1, the adjective sweet merely tells us that Ram's mango has the quality of sweetness without saying how much of this quality it has. That means in first sentence we are not making any comparison. Okay. In sentence 2, the adjective sweeter tells us that Hari's mango compared with Ram's has more of the quality of sweetness. Here in the sentence 2, we are comparing the mangoes of Hari and Ram. That is, comparison between two nouns are done here. In sentence 3, the adjective sweetest tells us that of all these mangoes, Govind's mango has the greatest amount or highest degree of the quality of sweetness. Here we are making comparison between more than two nouns. That is, we are comparing the mangoes of Ram, Hari and Govind, and then we are giving a conclusion that Govind's mango is the sweetest of all. We thus see that adjectives change in form. That is, the adjective here is sweet and the different forms that it is taking is sweet, sweeter, sweetest to show the comparison. To show the comparison, the quality is changing its form from sweet, then sweeter and then sweetest. They are called the 3 degrees of comparison. The adjective sweet is said to be in the positive degree. Sweet is in the positive degree as no comparison is done. The adjective sweeter is said to be in comparative degree as we are making comparison between two nouns. The adjective sweetest is said to be in the superlative degree as we are making comparison between more than two nouns. The positive degree of an adjective is an adjective in its simple form. It is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of which we speak about. It is used when no comparison is made. When no comparison is made, we use the positive degree of adjective. The comparative degree of an adjective denotes a higher degree of quality than the positive, and it is used when two things are compared. And superlative degree of an adjective denotes the highest degree of quality and is used when comparison is done between more than two things. Most adjectives of one syllable or more than one syllable form the comparative by adding er and superlative by adding est to the positive. See, we are adding, we are not changing the positive here in positive, comparative and superlative. We are just adding er to the positive to make it comparative and est to the positive to make it superlative. Okay, now here a word syllable comes. Now what is syllable? Syllable is actually a vowel sound. Syllable is a vowel sound that is there in the noun that may be surrounded by a consonant. Okay, here the syllable, there are two syllables, double E. Here, the vowel sounds here 1, 2, 3. Three vowels. Sorry. In the positive, only two syllables are there. Okay. So, most adjectives of one syllable or more than one syllable form the comparative by adding er and superlative by adding est to the positive. Let's see what is positive degree. The positive degree is used to refer one object, person or place without making any comparison. When I say she has a big house, I am not comparing her house with anyone's house. It is just that she has a big house. That's all. When I take comparative degree, the comparative degree refers to a greater degree of adjectives as compared to the positive degree. It is used to compare two objects, two people or two places. Okay, here the comparison is done between two nouns. So it is comparative degree. When I say her house is bigger than my house, I am making comparison between my house and her house. Comparison between two houses done. In superlative degree, the superlative degree refers to the greatest degree of adjective. Superlative is the greatest degree of adjective. It is used to compare more than two objects, people or places. When I say his house is biggest of all, here I am making comparison between my house, her house and his house. We are making comparison between three houses. Let's in a glimpse see what the comparison is. Okay, comparison of the 3 degrees. When I say my house is big, it is positive. I am not making any comparison here. When I say her house is bigger, I am making comparison between these two houses. So it is comparative degree. When I say his house is biggest, I am making comparison between all these houses and this is biggest is a higher quality, highest quality of comparison. One thing to be kept in mind when you are using comparative, we always see bigger than, and in superlative is the biggest. In comparative we have than and in superlative we have the. Okay. There are some rules that are to be kept in mind while changing the form of quality of adjective, degree of quality. Okay. First is we add er and est to most one or two-syllable words that end in consonants. ठीक है? Syllable I told you, syllable are the vowel sounds. Okay. So, if there is one or two syllable and the word is ending with a consonant, here the word is ending with T. It's a consonant L, L, R, D, G, D, T. These are all consonants. And let's see the number of syllables present here. Double E. Two syllables are there. Here, small, one syllable, tall, one syllable, clever, two syllable, and so on. So we can see here are either one syllable or two syllable, and all the words are ending with consonant sound. So we will simply add ER or EST to the positive. Okay, let's take few examples. Sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Small, smaller, smallest. Tall, taller, tallest. We are simply adding ER for comparative and EST for superlative. And it goes on. Rule number 2. When the positive ends in E, keep in mind, when the positive is ending with E, here you can see brave. It's ending with E, E, E. Everywhere you can see the last alphabet is E. So when a positive ends in E, we simply add R or ST to the adjective. Here we are not adding ER and EST. We are simply adding R and ST as E is already existing in the word at the end. Okay. For the example, brave, braver, bravest, fine, finer, finest, white, whiter, whitest, and it goes on. Rule number 3, when the positive ends in consonant Y, consonant plus Y. That is, in such consonants, words, we have to see the last two words. The last word should be Y, and the Y should be followed by any consonant. Okay, here you can see all the last letters are Y. They all are ending with Y. And just before Y are the consonants, not vowels. Only consonants before Y. So in such case, what we will do, you have to change Y into I. And then we will add ER and EST. Okay, let's take an example. Happy. Happy is ending with a consonant plus Y. So I change this Y as here I, and simply I add ER. Happier. Happiest. Same way easy. It's ending with S consonant plus Y. Y is again changed into I in both the degrees, and we simply add ER for comparative and EST for superlative. And it follows. Fourth rule, when the positive is a word of one syllable, okay, there is only one syllable or only one vowel sound in the word that ends in vowel plus consonant. There is only one syllable and it ends in vowel plus consonant. The ending consonant is doubled. We double the ending consonant and then we add ER and EST. You can see here the last letters are all consonants, and just before this last alphabet there are vowels like E, I, O, I, A. There is only one syllable. Okay, and the word is ending with vowel plus consonant. In such case, what we have to do, we will just double the ending consonant. We will just double, like in this case, red, D is the last word and it is followed by a vowel sound. So, we will double D. R-E-double-D-E-R for comparative, and for superlative, again we will double the last alphabet. R-E-double-D-E-S-T. Reddest. Big, bigger, biggest. Hot, hotter, hottest, and so on. Next, when the positive is long, when it is a big word, okay, when the positive is long, that is a word of 2 or more syllable, more than 2 syllable. Okay, we add before the adjective more and most. Okay, before the adjective we have to add more and most to form comparative and superlative degrees. Like here, I'll just take example of one word in useful. Okay, we can see the number of syllables. U is a vowel, E is a vowel, again U is a vowel. Here are 3 syllables and it's a long word. So to make the comparative, we will add more useful. And for superlative, we will add most useful. The same way beautiful, it also has more than 2 syllables. So we will add for comparative more beautiful, superlative most beautiful, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, industrious, more industrious, most industrious, and so on. Besides, 2-syllable adjectives ending with ful, LESS, ing, ous, ed, and many others like modern, recent, foolish, famous, certain, take more and most for comparative and superlative degrees. Rule number 6, it's an exception. The following take either er and est or more and most. They can have both er and est or more and most. Let's take the examples. Polite. For the word polite, the different degrees will be she is polite. She is politer than her sister. She is the politest of them. Okay, or it can take more and most also. She is polite. She is more polite than her sister. She is most polite of them. Clear? The other words would be simple. She is simple. She is simpler than her sister. He is the simplest of them. And the other way, she is simple. She is simpler. She is more simple than her sister. He is the most simple of them. And the other words that can take both er and est are more and most, feeble, gentle, narrow, cruel, common, handsome, pleasant, stupid. For irregular comparison, there are some adjectives that do not form the comparative and superlative from the positives. They have irregular degrees of comparison. They don't take their positive for comparative and superlative degrees. They are different. They take different forms. Let's see. For good and well, we say better, best. We are not taking gooder and goodest. We are taking better and best. Bad, evil, ill, worse, worst, little, less, lesser, least, much or many, more, most, and so on. Let's have a quick recap. In this video, we have studied what's an adjective, what are the degrees of adjective. We studied about positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. We read 6 rules for converting or comparing the degrees. Then we studied about the exceptions and then irregular degrees. Hope you understand the degrees of adjective. Thank you.